Welcome to our news channel. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh found himself alone in a case challenging federal restrictions on funds enacted under the American Rescue Plan Act (ARPA) and wanted to hear Ohio. Before we continue, please support us by clicking on the subscription button and turn on the notification bell for more reliable updates. Yellen. While 8 other judges declined. On Monday, the Supreme Court released a new list of orders without allowing new lawsuits, including one filed by Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost against Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. Request for summons to certiorari denied. Is the command list. Judge Kavanaugh would grant the motion for it. Yost, a Republican, sued ARPA's tax cut restrictions, which prohibited states from embezzling federal funds to directly or indirectly offset a decrease in that state or territory's net tax revenue. However, Yellen enacted new legislation overturning the provision after lower courts agreed with Yost that the restriction was unconstitutional. Yost's lawsuit, filed in 2021, followed a letter from 21 other attorneys general in states, including Arizona and Texas, asking Yellen to confirm that ARPA does not prohibit states from taking advantage of direct tax credit cuts, namely not for purposes specified by law. Kavanaugh's appeal doesn't necessarily give the public any indication of what he saw in the case, but it does show that he deeply believed the Supreme Court should have ruled in his favor, said Alex Bottas, an assistant professor at the University of Houston. Newsweek. Other judges may have voted for the grant but did not feel strong enough to publicly express their opposition to the denial. Disagreements over these types of denials are relatively rare, Bottas said, adding that certiorari votes are not released unless the judge chooses to register their objection, as Kavanaugh did in this case. Bottas said one of the reasons Kavanaugh may have wanted the court to try Ohio, Yellen, was to divide circles over whether states had reasons to pursue ARPA restrictions. This creates a situation where the meaning of the law in different jurisdictions is different. Bottas said the Supreme Court is more likely to hear partial lawsuits, but the Treasury Department's response to the lawsuit may have been enough to allay any fears that it would continue to enforce the tax cut cap. In this case, it appears that the Treasury Department has responded to the differing views of the courts by effectively changing its interpretation of the law to resolve disputes between district courts. Therefore, other judges may have considered this point moot, he said. Mark Joseph Stern, senior legal and court editor at Slate magazine, suggested the case was brought to the Supreme Court because Yost was seeking a total victory in court. Ohio only spoke to SCOTUS out of vanity, Stern tweeted. Thanks for watching. Let us know your view in the comment section below.